Hey, Tennis 1301. Thanks for joining me for another podcast. This one is it's going to be a little different. I'm going to be interviewing an up and coming tennis player. He's a young player who I think shows a lot of potential to move up the ranks pretty quickly. So let me go ahead and introduce our interviewer here.
Hello.
All right, so
Yeah.
this is my son, Keegan. So Keegan, can you what grade are you in?
Third grade.
You're in third grade. How do you like third grade?
It's fun. I like my teachers a lot, and I do a lot of fun projects. And I really like art and PE too. Music, I don't like it as much.
Okay. So Keegan, how long have you been playing tennis?
Since I was 4.
4 or 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. So 3 or 4 or 5 years. Cool. So in that time, what do you like most about tennis?
Winning.
Winning? It's a good answer. I would say that most people like winning. That's a good thing to like. What do you like least about tennis?
Losing.
Losing. So besides winning or losing, what's the thing that you like about tennis besides winning and losing?
I really like serving the ball, and even though one of the most difficult things for me is to try hitting it whenever somebody else hits the ball to me. That's actually one of my best favorite times playing tennis.
Okay, so you like the challenge of trying to rally with someone or
That's
hit
why
back and forth.
I always like telling people to go hard on me, and even if they don't, I'll say I know how they go, and if they're going hard on me, so I just be like, come on, go hard on me. Just
Okay.
like, not professional.
So what you're saying is that sometimes it's okay to lose because you played really hard and you had fun.
Yes, but it's not as fun as winning.
It's not as fun as winning. I would agree with that.
But it teaches you something.
It does. So what do you think is the hardest thing about tennis?
One of the hardest things is whenever you're working really, really hard and you've been practicing on the backboard, that thing it's a board and you just keep on hitting the ball and it bounces back.
Yeah.
Well, and at the park, one of the hardest things is whenever you think that you can do it, but you get too caught up because you think you can do it because you're winning, and then you're so happy and you're so confident that it gets out of hands and you lose. That's one of the hardest things for me because that's why I always try not to get too confident in myself, because then I'll get carried away and I'll lose.
Okay.
So I try winning.
So what you're saying
It's okay.
So what you're saying is that hitting on the backboard, it's keeping that ball going, rallying, and sometimes if you get really excited, you hit it too hard and maybe hit it over or miss the board. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Even if it doesn't feel like it, but it still happens lots of times.
So what about when you're playing someone? When you're playing tennis with someone, what do you think is the hardest thing? Is there a particular stroke or something like a forehand or a backhand or a serve that's most difficult for you?
I really, really, really like it whenever you do a fun hand. It's called what?
Forehand?
Forehand.
That's a
I
forehand.
like forehand where you just go like that. But then I also like the backhands. But it's a lot more difficult because my dad always told me I need to put it like you're hugging a tree, except you want to face this direction and then keep it by your waist until it's connected and hit it. And I have trouble remembering that, and I just go like that.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe footwork, right?
And not only that, but the hardest thing is whenever I do it, like I do it by my waist lots of times, which I never forget that really. Well, sometimes, but most of the times I remember. But it's also letting go of the racket whenever I swing it back up to my shoulder. I do that a lot.
So you hit a two-handed backhand, and so what you're talking about there is whenever you come for your follow-through, instead of holding it, you let go of it. And yeah, that is a really bad habit. You're right. And then
Lots of kids my age do.
yeah, footwork is difficult. Like you're talking about the positioning of the racket, but also your feet, right? That's pretty
It's
difficult.
not that difficult,
No?
but I don't. But because I remember that to do that, but then sometimes I get too tired.
Okay.
Sometimes I forget. Yeah.
So-
it's not as hard.
So how do you think you can improve your game? How do you think you can be a better tennis player?
By practicing more.
Practice. Is there something in particular you should practice? You think?
My backhand.
Your backhand. Why your backhand?
And I also think I should work on happy feet.
Happy feet. For everyone listening who doesn't know what happy feet is, can you explain that?
It's moving your feet and go and like before somebody serves the ball, you have your feet like you're running in place, except you're like just jumping up and putting your feet down and down really fast, quickly, and holding your racket like this. And then whenever they swing the ball, you're ready to move and you're pumped up to move really, really quick and try hitting the ball, and you're getting a lot more points. But sometimes you hit the ball too hard doing happy feet.
Yeah.
But
So
lots of professionals like that.
so happy feet is my way of telling you to stay on your toes, right? And to be ready, right? Not to have your feet flat on the ground. Yeah, happy feet are really important. You're right. That is very, very important. What so let's talk a little bit more about tennis, and let's talk about some pro tennis players. Who is your favorite professional tennis player?
Djokovic!
Novak Djokovic. So what do you like most about watching him play?
I like watching him play because he's a really confident player, and lots of times on TV he loses, he's losing, but then he always comes back up and wins the game.
How do you think he does that?
With happy feet, doing what you tell me, doing the forehand the correct way, and not moving like down like that and doing it and stuff, and not just like you have to do this. And also, he's really confident, but he doesn't get too confident. Like that's the problem
Sure.
I have.
Yeah.
He stays on his feet a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't get as irritated and frustrated with the game. And whatever happens, he just goes with the flow. Unlike other players on TV, even though they're winning, he comes back up. So whenever they lose or they're not winning afterwards, because he wins a little bit over the game, they're irritated when they're playing against other players, which I have seen, and then they just forget all about it and lose. And not only going against Djokovic, but Djokovic holds it in, and he just keeps on doing it and doing it. It goes with the flow.
So if you could give, let's say you met a guy my age or a player my age. I'm old, right? So you met a player my age. What advice would you give me to play better? What would you tell me? What are 3 things you would tell me?
To practice and happy feet and your backhand swing and forehand.
So my ground strokes, happy feet, move my feet, and the confidence. So work on confidence.
Yeah, confidence is a big one.
Move my feet.
That's lots of times
And
gets
forehand and
professionals
backhand.
too.
Okay. So today's interview. Well, thank you for being on my blog, for letting me interview you. I appreciate it. So obviously, Keegan's 9. He's a little guy. He hasn't played tennis as much as a lot of us here, but he has a lot of the same issues we have. He has a lot of the same problems. He struggles with the same things we struggle with. He struggles with confidence, his ground strokes, happy feet, fitness, those things. He struggles with those same things, just in a slightly different way. So I think that's the main takeaway here, is that no matter what age you are or what level you're playing at, we're really all struggling with the same things, and we can help each other and look at each other's games and have some takeaway there. So let's go over the 3 things you said. You said confidence.
Confidence, happy feet,
Happy feet, so move your feet. What was the third thing?
backhand and
Ground strokes.
Yeah.
Backhand and forehand. So work on your ground strokes. Work on happy feet, moving your feet, your movement, and your confidence, which your confidence will come with all that practice. So, till next time, thanks for watching, guys. Sign out.
Bye.